Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of In the Eyes of Truth. And today we have with us Sonja van den Ende. She is an independent journalist who's now residing in Moscow. Originally from the Netherlands, has also lived in Syria.
Hey there, entrepreneurs. Are you feeling the squeeze from increasing regulations and higher taxes? Maybe you've noticed the growing instability and thought there has to be a better way. Well, you're not alone, and that's exactly why you need to consider offshoring your wealth now. Imagine a life where your hard-earned money isn't constantly under threat from unpredictable government policies. Sounds pretty good, right? Let me tell you. It's not just a dream, it's a smart strategy. Here at Exit Strategy, we specialize in helping entrepreneurs like you protect and grow their wealth. We navigate the complex world of international finance so you don't have to, from setting up offshore accounts to advising on the best countries with favorable tax laws. We've got you covered. Now, I know what you're thinking. Offshoring sounds risky, maybe even a bit shady, but the truth is many savvy business owners are already doing it. It's not just about dodging taxes, it's about creating a safety net for your future. Imagine diversifying your assets across multiple jurisdictions. When one country faces economic downturns, your wealth remains secure. Think of it as an insurance policy against the uncertainties of life. And let's not forget, having a portion of your wealth offshore can open up opportunities for international investments. You're no longer limited by the economic climate of a single country. You can tap into booming markets around the world, maximizing your returns. But here's the kicker. Time is of the essence. With increasing global scrutiny and tightening regulations, the window for easy offshoring is closing fast. The sooner you act, the better positioned you'll be. So why wait? Protect your wealth, secure your future, and explore new opportunities with Exit Strategy. Don't let the rising dangers in the US economy catch you off guard. Reach out to us today and take the first step towards financial freedom. Because when it comes to your wealth, playing it safe is the riskiest move of all. Thanks for watching, and remember, your future starts with the decisions you make today. Choose wisely, choose Exit Strategy. Catch you in the next video.
And Syria is in the headlines again. Uncle Sam's misguided children have decided to start things in Syria again. The alphabet terrorist organizations change their names constantly. Sonia, welcome to the show. Can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Okay, well, my name's Sonja van den Ende. Originally, I'm from the Netherlands. There I spent not my whole life, but a part of my life. Then I went I went around the world a little bit. I lived in Germany. I lived also in Austria. Then I went to Syria. For private reasons, I was married there, and I lived through the war. Let's say that started in 2011 until now. So that was really terrible. And after that, I went back to the Netherlands a little bit again and Germany. And then the special military operation started. So they asked me here in Russia if I would like to come to Russia or to go to the Donbass. Now I did. So yeah, now I'm living in Moscow. Very nice place, by the way.
Hmm.
Because I'm sanctioned in the Netherlands, in Europe. I my bank account was closed. What else? What is it? My social number, let's say that, is closed. So I cannot do anything in my own country anymore. I'm on somehow blacklist from the Secret Service in the Netherlands, in the EU list. Well, many lists, unfortunately. And so I'm here, not say like a dissident, but yeah, one could say so that I'm sort of dissident and living in Moscow. And this is all because I went to the Donbass. Yeah, unfortunately now the war started again in Syria. So before that Lebanon, of course, and it's a continuous story. And they want to wage war all the time. This is what we see. We see it happening since many years already. So this is, to keep it short, this is part of my life. I can tell you much more, of course, but this is, the main important things, I would say.
Well, it isn't because you went to the Donbass. It's because you said,
Uh,
I'm pretty sure if you went to the Donbass and said, "Oh, the evil orcs are murdering all the innocent Ukrainian soldiers. They're standing there
mhm.
and they're eating their livers and they're raping their bodies," you would have been a hero back in the.
Yeah, you know, I went in there somehow 10, 12 times, all the time, 1 week,
Hmm.
2 weeks, and I've been to all the cities, Mariupol,
Hmm.
Volnovakha, Azov Steel Factory, yeah, many
To the actual
places.
factory.
Pavlovka, yeah, yeah, I went there 3 times. First time when it was liberated,
Hmm.
just 1 week after it was liberated by the Russian army. So we were few, yeah, not many, a few journalists who went in from the West.
Hmm.
So the first ones to go in, and then we saw it all, the Azov things. Yeah, of course, we could smell corpses still there because there were, there were a few floors, and the only the first floor we could go there. But when I went there the second time, it was could go to the second floor, the third floor, and the last time, this was last year, they made somehow a documentary about it. Then I saw much more, and it's awful. The first time was actually, yeah, it was terrible because you really just the fighting stopped, so you could smell what I said, the corpses. Yeah, you saw all the damage. It was very, very terrible. But we saw also the remnants of the Azov fighters. Huh? We
Hmm.
saw Nazi stuff. I mean, they had Mein Kampf. There we saw manuals from the British already that time. So yeah, it's crazy. And the people in Mariupol, as we spoke with many, and they told us all the same story. It's they're really like Nazi troops. They say who came in, and some people were even tortured. Some people were abused, and they were hiding in the cellar. And some old men who went out of the cellar, or women as well, but mainly the old men to get food or yeah water somehow. They were shot in the knees. So this was yeah crazy. It was very very terrible. I must say.
So wait a
Yeah.
minute, wait a minute. Nazi stuff? But all the
Hmm.
West tells us there are no Nazis. Well, maybe
No,
one or
of
two
course.
somewhere, but no Nazi stuff. Definitely nothing printed or tattooed
Uh-huh,
or,
uh-huh. Yeah, I know. This is what they say. In the same Western press, they said until, what was it, just before 2021, that actually the Azov battalion, they were Nazis, neo-Nazis, they call them. So, and then the special military operation started, and all of a sudden, oh, they are like good people now because, they are now fighting with the Ukrainian army, and that's for nothing. No, 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 it's all very good. So, same with the jihadists in Syria.
All
They
right.
are now good rebels. Same story.
Wait a
It's,
minute, wait a minute, but they're moderates. They wanna
yeah, yeah.
they wanna hug and they wanna make up and they wanna be nice with the people that they murder first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now they are head choppers, in my opinion. I mean, I saw enough. And my own country of birth, the Netherlands, they supported 22 jihadist groups in Syria. This is what I found out. This is what also came in the media. That was 2018. It was even in parliament, and they still say, no, no, no. They are moderate rebels, and they just want to fight against the terrible Assad, because he's a butcher, he's a mass murderer, and so on. This is what they say for Putin as well now,
Oh, of course, of
not in
course.
it. Yes, this is the West. This is what they are doing. But I saw these nice rebels cutting off heads. I didn't see cutting off heads, but I saw the heads on the pole. I was on the square one time with other journalists, and we saw the heads hanging on the pole. So this is what these nice rebels are doing. So it's unbelievable that the West is saying these things. It's yeah, terrible actually. And now they say again, oh, these moderate rebels are now going into Aleppo to fight against the terrible Assad regime and of course the Russians, because Russia and Syria are bombed. Yesterday they bombed Idlib and parts of Aleppo. But of course they're the terrible Russians and the terrible Syrians. So
Oh, and there's
it's like that.
Iranians there too, so that's
Oh
just
yeah, they're more also terrible. It's the
it's just
Hezbollah.
the gates of hell opened up and the Iranians came in too. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
how
yeah,
they
yeah.
usually write it.
yeah, I know. It's when you read this, I always wonder, and I know now that a lot of people don't believe it anymore in the West. I mean, I will not say the majority, but many people start to wonder, oh, it's really like that, And I'm a writer, so I write
Hmm.
a lot. And people now some write to me from, oh yeah, maybe it's, the other way around. I said, yeah, maybe, yeah. It's the other way around. We know, I know what's going on. Just you can believe me, I was there. I was in Donbass, I was in Syria, I was in Lebanon. So yeah, it's like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I've been by Azovstal a couple of times. We drove by
Uh-huh.
it, but they
Okay.
weren't letting anybody in at this point. We went to
No, no, no.
Azovstal
Yeah, yeah.
Stadium.
Uh-huh.
And there's
Oh yeah.
there's no stadium left. There's
No.
there's an entry arc more or less of
Mm-hmm.
the and that's it, and remnants of a couple of the buildings. But yeah, the stadium's gone. It's demolished.
Yeah. I
There's
know, I know.
chunks of
Mm-hmm.
cars, and I mean literally just little chunks of cars that got destroyed, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, with Syria, so the refugees that are coming in to Europe from Syria, are they actual refugees or are they the fighters, the moderate fighters that are coming in for to
Mm-hmm.
live or to train?
I would say 80% are ex-fighters. I was on a trip one day that was in 2016 after the fall of
Hmm.
Aleppo. I went back to the Netherlands and Germany because partly, some family in Germany. So I went back. I was in a plane going to first Beirut, then Beirut, Amsterdam. In this plane was from, I'll never forget, was from Alitalia. And I was the only European with some two, three other people. The whole plane was full of so-called refugees. And because I speak Arabic, I could hear that they were talking about, oh, they lost the fight there and they were fighting there and so on. And well, now they're going to Europe. And then we landed in Beirut and there was the United Nations there. They all got a bag with goodies. I don't know what was in it. And they were somehow separated to go to Canada, but the majority went to Germany. So this all these jihadists they went to to Europe, we can say Canada and as well the US for sure, but not many. I think the majority went to Merkel, we schaffen das. So this is where they went to, and I think they have 2 million Syrian refugees somehow.
Refugees. I think quite
Refugees
a
they
few of
call
them
them.
were refugees, as I remember
Yeah,
when
yeah, because
uh,
they were all men, young
yeah,
men. Yeah, yeah,
Merkel let him in, and there was what, a
yeah.
thousand rapes in Cologne in one night over New Year's.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So this is what happened. And then I went to a shelter, a refugee shelter that was in the Netherlands. And
Hmm.
I thought, just go in, just listen what they are saying. And I said, oh, I want to help. And may I walk around? Yes. Well, it's the same story. The majority spoke about what that happened in Syria, about how this one fought there, and about Assad, he's very bad, and so on, so on. So this is what Europe has now, and this is why Europe is part, not only reason, but the big reason that it's a mess in Europe and that it's terrible there. I hear from people like in Germany, it's you cannot walk on the streets in the evening, especially not women. I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, this is what Europe is doing. Yeah,
Yeah, I
unbelievable.
watched a German program a couple of years ago, and they were talking about Germany was losing 250,000, but they said really it may be twice as much Germans
Hmm.
per year who are moving to Poland and moving to Hungary because there's no
Hmm.
refugees in there. There's none of these refugees are there. The women can walk in the streets; they feel safe. It's
Hmm.
Christian countries. And
Yeah,
these are
yeah, that's
native Germans that are leaving.
yeah. Same in the Netherlands, and now they have found something about it because people are leaving. I don't know. I heard from people strange places. They go to Paraguay. I had a lady who I know for many years went to Kenya. I mean, they go everywhere. Yes. And then she said, yes, people leaving now in the Netherlands because they have to pay immigration tax beginning of next year, about
Oh,
2,000
really?
euro or something. So if you want to emigrate, you have to pay.
So we're gonna get you coming, we're gonna get you going, and if you stay, you're probably gonna get
Pay.
killed. So
Yeah. So
have fun.
yeah. This is unbelievable how Europe is become. I mean, this is yeah. I mean, early days. I know from my youth that it was okay. There were always problems everywhere, but it was different. It
Right.
was especially the Netherlands was an open country, too open maybe, too yeah liberal and some kind of things, but at least it was open and it was relatively safe, we can say. And yeah, this is people cannot go on the streets anymore. It's yeah, it's, they
Y- y-
destroy the whole of Europe.
the liberalism of the 80s and the 90s and the 70s, it's
Mm.
so quaint compared to what
Yeah,
the psychopaths and
yeah.
the chopping up
Hmm.
children and all the
Yeah,
other idiocy, the woke idiocy that runs rampant in the West.
yeah, and this crime is terrible. In I mean, in Germany, you have this Arab clan. It's actually there for years already. Somehow, Kurds
Hmm.
from Lebanon, they were. Well, the police cannot even go in because they're
Yeah.
afraid. The same, I think, in Sweden, same problem. And so, yeah, what they destroy it. I think if you look at it, it should be on purpose because every normal politician should think, okay, this is what is happening. We should stop it. And they all say they try to stop it, like Geert Wilders in the Netherlands, but nobody stops it. That's the whole point. They don't stop it.
So Wilders hasn't done anything. Mr. I am for stop immigration. I'm going to save the Netherlands. I mean, that's his whole platform. For years,
Yeah,
it's been his
no.
whole platform.
Yeah, he's against, I mean, everything what is Islam, against everything what is radical and
Hmm.
so on. But no, he tried. He said, okay, we are going to have a new law that all the refugees go back, or at least we stop letting them in.
Hmm.
But no, the other one said, well, we're not going to do it. And because he wanted to, be in the government,
Hmm.
he changed his mind, and the first day or days he did was having an appointment with the Ukrainian ambassador also. And before that, he said, "Okay, I want to stop like Trump does now. I want to stop the war with Russia and so on." But yeah, okay, this is what happened.
For two
He,
years, I've been saying that this is going to go in two phases. The first phase
mhm,
is the people are going to vote for the opposition, and the opposition, especially the pocket opposition, is already bought and paid, and they're going to get nothing. They may even get worse, like what happened with Maloney when she replaced
mhm,
Draghi, as a prime example, or in the UK with Keir Starmer. And then eventually the people are going to figure out, then they're going to vote again, the non-pocket opposition, and their votes are just going to be nullified, like what's happening what happened in Moldova, what's happening in
mhm.
Romania. And eventually the second phase is going to be revolution.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and it doesn't matter
I
who they
think you're
put in
right.
power. It's going to be someone who isn't in the
Mhm.
political elite.
Yeah, I think you're right because we all see it going that direction. And I don't know really, I'm not specialist somehow on the US. I don't know what will happen there, but I think, yeah, they all think, oh, Trump is terrific. He's like a messiah, this.
Yeah. Look who's
But I
appointing.
mean, maybe okay, he likes to stop this, the climate madness, and so on. But can he really stop all these wars? No, I don't think he can because his when you see his government pick, it's like Zionists, crazy ones who want to rob Ukraine. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, so I don't think no. But Europe will go down, and the first go down is Germany. We see it already.
You think Germany the first?
Deindustrialization,
Hmm.
yeah, maybe France as well, but I think Germany because there's a big problem there. They don't have gas. They don't have their own gas. The Netherlands has a little bit of gas, and it's a smaller country. France, I don't know about that, but it's different. Germany depends totally on gas, and there's so many refugees inside Germany, and I lived there, and I saw the villages are empty, and these houses are just, demolished or stand there just rotting away, we can say.
Hmm.
So I think the like Volkswagen now is laying off a lot of people. What also with 8,000 people also been laid off. It's all the,
Hmm.
metal industry companies. So
Yeah, yeah.
they're losing everything.
Yeah, but it's not just, Volkswagen is lays off 8,000. It's not just 8,000. It's the
Mhm.
subcomponent suppliers start shutting down.
Yeah.
It's the companies that service these factories shut down. It's the companies and the restaurants and the boutiques that the people spend their money. They shut down. It's a whole ripple effect. So you close a plant of 8,000 and you kill 50,000 jobs.
Yeah, exactly. These people also go without jobs and also go broke, and so it's unbelievable. And when I was young, I always asked myself why, Germany started the World War I, how people can be so, yeah, stupid to, choose Hitler and do the things what happened. But then I lived in Germany, and it was the COVID crisis.
Uh-huh.
And then I said to myself, now I know why, because they are so quickly to be indoctrinated there, and they are so, there was no common sense. You could not speak with them like, maybe you should do this, or maybe it's like this. No, no, that's it. The government says like this, and stop. That's it.
Yeah,
And there was,
the, the Germans have a have a bad habit of following the wrong leaders to the very end.
oh yeah, yeah, they always do.
Yeah,
Now
they're
they
like
do.
zombies, you know. Oh,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you notice in the Battle of Berlin, okay, Berlin surrounded. The last large German army just got wiped out south of Berlin. The battle's going street by street. The civilians are fighting. Why?
Mhm.
But when word got around that the Führer is tot,
Yeah, yeah,
now okay, now we can surrender. He's dead. Now we can surrender.
yeah, yeah. So no problem.
You could have done it 2 days ago and survived, and
Yeah, yeah,
three hundred
yeah,
thousand civilians or fighters died in the streets.
yeah, yeah. I
Just
know. It's
gone home before
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I know. That's how they are.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, because I never forget. I went to Berlin to get some documents, and it was 1 or 2 days before the next lockdown, because all the time there was a lockdown, And we were driving through Hauptbahnhof, this the main
Hmm.
station. There was nobody there. It's so weird. There were maybe, I don't know how many, yeah, at least 100,000 of people going through this station every day, and there was nobody. And then I was at this office, and then I went back, and I was hungry, so I'm trying to get some food. And well, because I was not, vaccinated, I had to go and eat somewhere. But then I had to go outside and eat outside with my hamburger, standing between all the drugs addicts, and they were allowed to stand there. And the police came, and okay, go, go. It's for me. It was so crazy.
You
An
should
old
just said,
woman
I'm
sitting.
also a drug addict. I'm one of these guys. Leave me alone.
One old lady was sitting on the bench eating, I don't know, some cake and coffee, and they took her from the bench in the police car. Imagine this. This is what happened. Really happened. Okay. That's Germany.
Yeah, I
So
lived
they
in
never
Germany
learn.
too when I was
You too.
stationed
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
Okay.
but it was the 90s, and
And that
well, they
was
were
different.
indoctrinated, but they weren't indoctrinated liberalism yet.
No,
Not
no,
that
no, no,
level. But yeah,
no, no, no. It's worse. Maybe because of Merkel. I don't know.
yeah. And the trains ran
But
on time.
but now not anymore. No, no, I
Yeah.
hear everybody saying no. Always a problem, with the ECC, the ICC. That's always a problem. Never on time. Same in the Netherlands. It's also a problem. Yeah,
Well, let me say this.
Netherlands.
You know, with the farmer revolts in the Netherlands,
Mhm.
has anything changed as far as power, or is it just they came, they went, and everything's going just like it was?
It's nothing changed,
Nothing changed.
unfortunately. No, no, because it was all about this. How was it called? A nitrogen problem.
Yeah,
Too many
nitrates.
cow, yeah, yeah, too many cows, too many pigs, and so on. So they had to reduce this, sell their farms. If you don't sell it voluntarily, well, we make you sell it. So they did already with a lot of farms. And then this new party, somehow a Boeren Farmers Party came and said, oh no, we're going to change that. Geert Wilders is going to change it, but nothing changed because they cannot change it of the European Union. So yeah, this is the law there, and okay, this is regulation from the European Union, and we cannot do anything. So
So if there's a revolution, they'll have to come and go, oh, but okay, we can't do anything because of the European Union, or they're just going to
yeah,
tell the European Union to go to hell. and
Yeah,
do what they
this
want to
is
do.
what they should do, because it is always they come with the excuse of the European Union. They are the ones in power, I know. But all these parties saying, oh, but once we are in power, we get rid of the European Union. AfD in Germany saying the same thing. But when it comes to that, then they will not do.
I-
Marie Le
Is
Pen, same thing.
is the king also in the European Union? I mean,
The king.
yeah,
Yeah, they call him King Beer, the beer king. He likes to drink a lot of beer. That's why
and do
he's
nothing else, right?
and he's a bit like his wife from Argentina says. He's a little bit stupid. She says
Uh,
that in front of the TV. Yeah, so
are
okay.
you serious?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God! Whether or not the guy's stupid, you never say that in front of
No,
on
of course
TV and the
not.
audience. Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
but she is in charge. That we can see it because she's part of World Economic Forum and she's very intelligent. And he's a little bit stupid. So this
Uh,
is. But they is not in a good position at the moment. I think maybe it's about 50-50 now that they want to get rid of him somehow, but they will not do it, of course. That's what they say again. They speak a lot, but they do little.
well, the Danish king a couple of years, about 10 years ago, released Parliament and said, "That's it, we're changing direction." So then, I mean, he
Hmm.
still has power. As far as I don't know about in Holland, how
Oh,
much
yeah.
power the king has. But a lot of these kings, actually, monarchs, actually have a lot of power, whether or not they
Hmm. Yeah,
exercise it. I mean, the King of England can he is the power. Whether or not
hmm
he can dismiss Parliament, the military, the police, everybody's given the oath of fealty to him. He's the head priest. He's the
hmm
main landowner of all of England. Uh,
Yeah.
so he's got a lot of power. Whether or not he does anything with it, it's a different thing. But
hmm
Charles is
Uh,
also an animal of Schwab, Schwab
yeah, yeah,
groupie,
yeah. Yeah.
cultist.
Same in the Netherlands. Yeah, yeah. He's also can resolve the parliament when the government falls somehow. He's resolving the parliament. He when they have a new government, they also first come to the king to discuss the whole thing, and then he says, "Okay, I agree." And of course, he has a lot of money. All these kings, I feel,
Yeah.
but I think the king of England and the Netherlands are the most powerful, and they have the most money, I think. So, and yeah, we have very bad princes from Germany. We had an
Yeah.
SSer, and, so
And
this
yet
is.
they all bend the knee to the failed gynecologist
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah,
Deutschland.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's the Netherlands is a strange country. I mean, when you look at it, they have all these international organizations like the ICC,
Hmm.
Putin, Netanyahu, they're all convicted there. And so we have OPCW and many, many more. And we have, especially, we have Bellingcat. This is, I always call it the European Spy Office. So
Oh yeah.
this is the one who started with the MH17. They set up Bellingcat. And we also have the White Helmets Office. This is what went down in Syria. It's bankrupt now somehow. I don't know
Oh
how, but
really?
they make it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. After this head of James Le Mesurier was somehow killed, I think he was murdered in Istanbul. Then
Yes, I
it
remember.
closed.
Fell out of the window, kept
Yeah, yeah,
crawling,
yeah,
and they just
yeah,
somehow died.
yeah, yeah,
Lead
yeah, yeah,
poisoning from the
yeah.
floor, I guess, or something. The
So
air.
something like that. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, then they closed it because there were irregularities in the finances and so on. They closed the whole. But it was sponsored by a lottery show in the Netherlands.
Oh my God.
It was so terrible, really. And I mean, if all these things, it's like connected with the UK. Have UK MI5, MI6, but Netherlands has all these stuff, Bellingcat, and so it's.
Horrible. Well, okay, right now they're discussing throwing. Well, this is going to be combat troops. They're going to be 100,000 European peacekeepers. Okay, first of all,
Mhm,
I think Medvedev said, to have peacekeepers, you kind of have to have both sides agree to it. Russia's going to
mhm,
treat them as combat troops, and they're going to engage. So these guys are going to be, well, maybe parts of them are going to be coming home in body bags.
mhm,
Um,
mhm,
Netherlands is planning on sending troops too.
So of
Uh,
course.
how much of a shock is it going to be when body bags start coming back? And they are going to
Yeah,
come
yeah.
back. It's 100% sure they're going to be killed.
Mhm. I think it's a big shock. I never forget the Dutch were in Dutch bed in
Hmm.
Srebrenica. That was in
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, I've been
Yugoslavia
there.
war. Yeah, yeah, and this whole issue, that was there, and there was this commander Karmans, and he negotiated with Mladic and Milosevic, and I don't know all other ones. Not Milosevic, he was in power. Mladic, it was this general, and it was a big shock in the Netherlands that, they could not do anything there. They had no mandate from the UN somehow to save all these people. I don't know, of course, what was true or not true because
It
we don't
wasn't
know.
true. What was
I know,
happening in
it's.
Srebrenica is
Mm-hmm,
the Islamic Jihad that was stationed out of Srebrenica was using the Dutch
mm-hmm,
troops as cover. They
yeah,
murdered 6,000 Serbian civilians that lived in the
mm-hmm,
hills to the north and the northeast
mm-hmm,
of Srebrenica. So they go out there,
yeah,
raid villages, murder everyone. I
mm-hmm,
mean, there's videos
yeah,
of them walking with the heads of priests that they've severed, women,
mm-hmm,
children, and they were trying to get
mm-hmm,
the Serbs to attack. So the Serbs finally attacked, but
yeah,
the Serbs didn't kill the women and the children. They packed them all up, the Muslim women and children. They packed them on trains and they sent the trains toward Tuzla.
yeah,
And I've been in all those regions. I served in Bosnia, and then
uh-huh,
the men when we started doing because they were all in mass graves, and supposedly
mm-hmm,
Serbs killed them all, just shot them.
yeah,
When the bodies were exhumed, all of them had combat wounds on them. So frontal, arms,
mm-hmm,
hands, fighting wounds. So
yeah,
they
yeah,
died in
mm-hmm,
combat. So this
yeah,
wasn't mass executions. They're just doing mass burials of bodies,
yeah.
cleaning up the bodies.
Yeah. It's like what they say about Bucha, for instance, same
Oh yeah, yeah.
idea. Yeah. But I mean, but this was a big shock for the Netherlands that time. They don't know the truth. They didn't know the truth, and they will,
Hmm.
well, if they don't want to find out, they will never know the truth to people.
Of
But
course.
this is what was a big shock, and I mean, I've also we still have these terrorist camps there, Bondsteel, Camp Bondsteel, is still
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah. I
And
used to be
so
stationed
it's
at Camp Bondsteel
really, oh yeah, yeah.
in
I think
Bosnia. Yeah, yeah.
they're training terrorists. I found out somehow that they trained later on. They trained jihadists to go to Syria, and maybe who knows? Are there Ukrainians there? I don't know. We didn't see
Well,
them, but we didn't hear it. But could be
Bondsteel is, or maybe I wasn't in Bondsteel. Bondsteel's in
Mm.
Kosovo.
Kosovo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I was in Kosovo. I was up in Bosnia,
Oh
but
yeah.
I can tell you there were a lot of Islamics all over, and
Oh yeah.
not
Yeah.
Bosniaks. I mean Islamics
Yeah. Yeah.
from
Yeah. Yeah.
Arabs, Asians, you name
Yeah.
it. They were
Yeah.
all
Yeah. I was
there.
in. Yeah. Yeah.
They gave
I was
them
in
young
Albania.
women
So
as
yeah.
wives, and they automatically became Bosnian citizens. So they all stayed.
Yeah, it's terrible. Huh? I was in Albania for a while before I came here. It was short holiday, you can say,
Hmm.
escape from the COVID. But there's the same problem, There's a lot of because somehow the Islamist in Tetervo, that was a place they
Hmm.
didn't agree also with COVID, so they burned the whole hospital. So it's a crazy situation there as well. It was only the only country in Europe where you didn't have to wear a mask, and nobody vaccinated. I
Oh no,
remember
no, no!
that.
Wait a
But
minute, wait a minute. There are two countries in Europe that also didn't. Belarus and
Belarus,
Sweden.
yes, of course, yeah,
Sweden
yeah, yeah,
also.
yeah, yeah. Sweden was quite mild, I must say. Yeah,
Yeah,
the rest was all with could not go into the shops and blah blah blah. But Albania was
we put
also
our
like
masks
that.
right there. Well,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Russian law was you have to have it on your head. So that
Ah,
was
yeah,
people putting on their foreheads. There you go. It's on the head. They
yeah,
didn't say where on. They had to go back because that's how Russians are. So we don't agree
I
with it.
know. I
Okay.
found out. Yeah.
Oh, on the head or on the face. Okay, that's part of the
Uh-huh.
face. There you go. There's the mask. Go
Yeah,
screw
that
yourself.
is the mask. Yeah.
That was the uh
Yeah, yeah. In Albania, one day I was in this shopping center and there was no mask at all. But I think a few from Germany who were on holiday, they complained. So there was a guard there, and now he told all these Albanians coming into the shopping center, yeah, you have to wear a mask. And so they didn't agree. They started to fight with the guard. And then later they were doing it, but they did it and they passed the guard and it put it off again.
Yeah, we did that too.
It's
You go
good.
by the guard, okay. Oh, you're gonna put a mask. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Screw
it
you.
was,
You know,
yeah.
Russians are like that. We're,
Yeah. It's good.
but yeah, it's
Yeah,
which is funny
it's good
because in the West
attitude.
they're like, oh, Russians are slaves. They have a slave
Uh,
mentality. They do what they're told. Wait a minute, no, that's you guys. We
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we're a
yeah,
little bit different. You know?
yeah. Start with the Germans. They wear two
Oh,
masks,
jeez.
know.
If you tell them more 10 masks, they have to find another head to put it on at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it was crazy
unfortunately.
time. Yeah, and then of course when I came in Moscow, and then I went to the Donbass, and I was in Rostov because we was stopped in Rostov to go to to the Donbass, to Donetsk. And then I came back, and then one colleague told me there, oh, the masks are gone. So 1 week, we can say, after the special military operation and the sanctions, old McDonald's, US McDonald's, we
Hmm.
can say, was closed. The bank was sanctioned, everything, and the masks were gone. I remember that very good in Moscow.
Yeah, the
That's-
Putin. Somebody put Putin in for a a Nobel Prize for medicine because he cured he
He
cured
cured it,
COVID
yeah.
overnight. Yeah,
Nice, yeah, very nice. Yeah, very good.
yeah,
So, but so I was in the Donbass 1 week after the special military operation started. So it was okay. Okay, it was not so much that time yet, but it started to get really nasty few months after that
yeah,
when the HIMARS came, I always say. Then we were in Donetsk city, and then it was really terrible. That
yeah.
was Gorlovka is also it was terrible.
For the viewers in Donetsk, it's called the Donetsk roulette, like the
Yeah.
Russian roulette.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't know when you walk outside to go get groceries
Yeah.
or go to work if you're gonna make it back.
Yeah, I
So
know. Yeah,
yeah,
I know. We
so
came there. In the beginning, we always could go straight to Donetsk. Later on, we had to drive around because, of all the attacks. And I remember one night in the hotel, didn't sleep because, they were there, everywhere was rockets and so on. So that was really when it started. Yeah.
yeah.
That was not nice, I can say.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've been to the
Terrible.
front six, 7 times, getting ready to go
Mm-hmm.
again. So, but not as
Okay.
many as you. So hats off. Well, let me ask
Yeah,
you
yeah,
this. So they closed your bank account in the Netherlands.
yeah.
Did
Mm-hmm.
they try you? Did they open up a criminal case?
Not yet, no, because I think I know the Netherlands. They will wait when I will be returning because they will make in the beginning when I was here and to the Donbass, they make about, I don't know, 20, 30 articles in newspapers. And they were discussing in all these newspapers, some of them were from the government, that first of all, maybe I could be extradited to Ukraine. And then they started putting all lawyers in there who wrote something that when I come back to the Netherlands, they can put me on trial.
So wait a minute. Just so we get this straight,
Yeah,
there are no charges filed. There
not
is
yet. No.
no criminal
Mhm.
investigation. There's nothing done. But they've closed your bank accounts and they've
Yeah,
confiscated your property.
yeah. No. I sold it in time, so that was
Oh,
okay.
okay.
But they
But the bank
closed
accounts
my.
they closed.
Yeah. I knew it. I saw it coming, so I thank God I could. I didn't have so much money, but I could give it to people who now. But the bad part also is they closed my social security number, and this is a number
Ah,
you need for everything. You need
all
to get a
right.
house, to get a bank account, health insurance, and you cannot do anything without it.
But you're still a citizen of the Netherlands.
Yeah, I
So
still
how
am.
can they
Yeah.
close your tax number, your social security number, and take it away from you? If you're that's something every citizen has.
Well, their excuse is that I'm out of the country, which is not true because I looked it up. And if you're longer than this period out of your country, they can close it temporarily, they say. But they make up all these things. Same with the bank account. They said,
Mhm.
oh, they send me emails. I have to verify my address. So yeah, give an address in Russia, and it's finished, of course. Yeah, this is how they do it in a sneaky way, and they try to justify themselves, you know. But I had a bank account in Germany, and this they closed because I'm charged there for whitewashing my money. But it was not much. I think 1,000 euro. I was whitewashing money. So the police came to the old address, two policemen to inquire about, yeah, where am I? Well, the lady who lives there now told them, well, I don't know. And then they wrote through this, this banking app to me that, okay, you can go and come to Braunschweig and, no, well, justify yourself and prove that you're this and this. It's not whitewashing money. So this is, yeah,
€1,000.
yeah,
The criminal organization is just
yeah. So
yeah.
if I have a million on the bank, so something
Well,
like
maybe
that.
they meant guilders from I don't know the 1500s. I mean, 1,000 guilders
Yeah.
back then would have been quite a bit of money.
No, they said because I went to Albania for a while that maybe I was involved in drugs trafficking in Albania. Perhaps.
Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt. We are almost out of time.
Okay,
I'm on the free version. They don't accept Russian credit cards, so what can you do?
I know. Yeah, yeah.
I want to thank everybody who joined us. Thank you. I hope this was informative. We'll have Sonia back on, especially with Syria winding the way it is. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Mhm.
Have a nice evening.
Same, same.
Okay.